It goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm going to pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
public service announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is a team.
Zeke Mercer, one half of the Tag Team Champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Service announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is 18.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by Indy Wrestling US. Check out IWC, RWA, and more. And listeners like you, support this show at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 738 Tuesdays. We've been talking about professionalized wrestling, and it is the Halloween edition, as you'll notice as we go along our lineup here. First of all, he is the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE, and the only one that formerly of a sponsorship level with Slim Jim, apparently. He is Mad Macho Mike.
Sword the tower of power, too sweet to be sour, funky like a monkey. Ooh, yes, a macho man-demic.
It is this visual. This visual is so freaking crazy. Is the tongue sticking out on that thing?
No, Sword, the tongue's not sticking out, yeah.
Okay, I'm just kind of determining the pixels here. And we have one cool cat, Mainstream Matt, here in the studio with us. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Roar.
Oh, yeah, you're missing out on the visuals if you're on the audio version
That
this week, by
is
the
Ernest
way.
the Cat Miller.
Ernest the Cat Miller?
No, close. I am actually the Great Khali's tiger.
Oh, and we missed Riz.
Oh, I was just gonna say you were a different cat themed wrestler every single time we cut to you.
Oh, yeah. Are you Tiger Ali Singh?
I don't know who that is.
That's okay. Neither do we.
Sorg, I appreciate that one.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, didn't he just come up in one of our homeworks or something? So, oh boy. We also have with us. We have some more going on with us. First of all, we have Bustin' Makes Him Feel Good. Ronnie Starks is with us today.
When there's something strange in the neighborhood, who are you gonna call? A grizzled vet.
Jeez, that is, you got the head goggles, you got the PKE meter. That looks cooler than the PKE meter I had. I mean, it looks like the movie one. Wow, that's.
The batteries are dead apparently.
Oh, okay.
Here, now there's no
You know,
ghosts.
Ronnie, you gotta make sure you charge those before you go busting ghosts. Yeah.
I know.
I'm self-cleaning. In the chat room. Oh boy, this is great. We also have with us, he is the voice of one of the voices of Doc may not be upset at that, Tony Kincaid, commentary team with Prospect Pro Wrestling, and he's got a big one coming up here with the pay-per-view dropping Friday on IndieWrestling.live, the Hardcore Halloween happening. Tony Kincaid on the line with us. How you doing, sir?
Outside of a dog, a book is man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's way too hard to read in there. Does anyone know who I actually am?
Are you a Groucho Marx?
Does anyone watch movies? Yes! Oh my god, someone actually got it in the world.
I mean, listen, they reference it a lot on Tiny Toon Adventures.
Oh, Tony, that's the
Animaniacs.
craziest thing I ever heard.
I just recently watched Duck Soup, which I know is strange because I'm a tiger and I shouldn't be watching television.
Right.
But Peacock has a vast array of Marx Brothers movies if you want to go down that rabbit hole.
And by that you mean the peacock from the zoo that you escaped
The
from.
peacock from the jungle where I live has a vast collection of Marx Brothers movies, of which I am a fan. There you go.
He's a peacock. You gotta let him fly.
Gotta let that peacock fly.
Tina's asking.
Also, I have to hold your hands to the fire. You forgot RWA and 2PW. You just named 2PW. I work in two places. Thank you very much.
That is right. You do, except the one place hasn't really run for 6 months. So I was like, you know. But you can hear his voice over there as well.
Not my fault. I put it on the resume. And it feels like it was 5 years ago too. So,
anyways, there was a comment, Tina saying, was that your Ecto one I saw in PA? Actually, I think it may be a friend of a show's, because our friend Peyton Graham actually is part of the Steel City Ghostbusters, and I think they do have some sort of an Ecto one amongst our crew. Isn't that right, Ronnie?
I know whose Ecto one that is.
Oh,
yes.
you do? Of course you do. Very is like no, we know it is. Yeah, no, it's the geek community here is. I mean, this is the place where we had Back to the Future night at the Carnegie Science Center, and there were no less than 3 DeLoreans, all decked out. So, but did I get everybody? I feel like I missed somebody or something. Is it because Riz is in here? Anyways, it is a Wrestling Mayhem show. Please go check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. You can hit us up at the email address.
Good times!
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Of course, at Mayhem Show on the Twitter. You can also hit us up at the hotline at 412-206-WMS0. Hit us up on...
Call us when you're drunk.
Call us when you're drunk in your best Macho Man impression. Because that's the best time to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Also, hit up on the Facebook page and group for the Wrestling Mayhem Show. A lot of great discussion happening there throughout the week. And although that will not entirely influence this week, because we have something very special for you guys on how we're going to do our stories this week. All right? If you will. But anyways... We are here live every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live. Here's a programming note. I will not be here. I will not be here in the studio for the next 3 weeks. Where will I be? I literally do not know where I will be. Other than in an RV somewhere in America. if it's still America.
I popped for that. Sorry.
You ever hear the story of the guy who went into the woods before the pandemic started? And he came out of the woods. He's like, "What did I miss?" And they're like, you have no idea what you missed. Like everything.
How much time do you got?
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna check in every Tuesday and be like, "Hey guys, what's up? Everything good?" and everybody will just cry. We got actually Matt Carlins has thankfully volunteered, and he will be producing the show at least from the physical space here. I don't know why I trusted the studio to a tiger. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, there's lots of post-it notes over here. But anyway,
so easy a tiger can do it.
Yeah, that's right. Podcasting, so easy a podcast. Yeah, give me a good thumbs up, a good tiger thumbs up. Dun-dun-dun. And then strike logo, impact logo over your face.
Don't worry, Sorg. It's gonna go great.
Oh God, help me!
I had to get that out of the way.
I hate you so much.
Hey,
I hate you
Sorg,
so damn much.
Sorg, can I skin that tiger after the show and make some new gear?
You can make a throw rug if you want. I don't care what you do.
Ooh. But anyways, also thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. And since you have so diligently supported us for this, we are going to get a very special shout out this week from a tiger.
No, I'm just joking. Thanks to our Patreons, fan of the show level Bo. Woo! Diggity!
Woo! Yeah, I refuse to woo. I refuse to woo.
Ed Burke, Bobby F. Jedtown beat him in the Mayhem Show Fantasy Football League. Team Hammer Fist. Poppy Club level, Bradley Ruthers. Dave Podner, Tina Keys. No comment on whether I beat her or not. Pizza Club level, Dr. Remedy and Kyle Turner. Manager level, Occupy Pro Wrestling and Farnsworth Investments.
Give me a minute. I spilled my coffee over here.
You're good.
So, come look it up. I just. No,
what kind of milk did you put in the coffee?
Almond
milk.
Almond
What?
milk. I'm thinking my dog, but it's like no, that's different. The cat would just flip me off. Yeah, you have to be like a real cat.
Is the dog here?
You guys can support the show, of course, at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. So,
Hey, Sorg.
What?
I got beef with you.
What's wrong? What's
I
wrong?
got a beef with you, Sorg.
What's wrong?
I don't know if you realize this, but we're kind of all in costume here. Did you get the memo because you were the one that sent it out?
That's good. I guess I didn't technically get it since I sent it out. Thank you.
That's what I'm asking. Did you put yourself on a blind receipt on it or something?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Mike or Macho Mike. I don't know, Mike. I don't know about that, Mike.
Oh man, Morty, I don't know if I like that. I don't think I like
Morty
that one a
voice
little bit.
sucks.
Hey, Morty.
I don't know about this podcast, Mike. I don't know about Raw. It kind of sucks lately.
Well, Morty, that's why you don't want to watch Raw. Yeah, you got to watch the AEW or you got to watch the Lucha Underground on Tubi.tv. Yeah.
I don't know. That women's division's kind of rough in AEW right now, Morty. No, I'm Morty. I mean Mike.
Jesus, man. Morty, you are getting yourself confused. If you want good women's wrestling, I highly recommend NXT. Yeah.
Well, I really like that Rhea Ripley. She can slam me anytime.
Hey,
You can slam me too, man.
Is it weird yet?
I'm logging
It's
out
weird.
for the
Is
evening.
it weird yet?
You did it.
Okay. All right. There you go. So
Well done.
maybe Morty will come back later. I don't know. How do I wear this with headphones? I haven't tested this. There you go. He's in a Morty ready stasis. And this,
I recall those masks coming from a year ago when we went to NXT or AEW.
AEW, yeah. I literally forgot who brought me the mask. Was it you that did it?
It was me.
It was you.
I gave
Okay.
you the mask,
Okay.
yeah.
I have an unfortunate I have so much cool stuff that people have given us in the studio and I can't remember who gave us what. It's so bad. Oh no, this is gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep falling off my head. All right. Other than my bad Morty impressions, and I'm sure I'm gonna try later too. Trust me, we got all this singing out of our system last night. We hope, because I don't know if I want to hear Macho Man sing tonight.
Hey,
Speaking from the heart, it's the Macho Man talking to you right now. Let's rock. Dig it.
I get it. I got you. I get it. Well, let's be a man and move on. Matt the Tiger, you brought something very special for us this week because, well, first of all, you like wheels.
I mean, any excuse to use the wheel is a good thing.
Yes. Oops.
What?
Tony has relocated, apparently.
Okay, very good. Very good.
So, he's a little echoey at the moment. But,
that's okay. We'll just power talk right over.
You guys talk amongst yourselves.
We gotta mute one of those, buddy.
Yeah, one of them's getting weird. But anyways, Matt, what are we going on? So who set this wheel up over here?
So
where did that come from?
Remember the prize wheel from Mayhem Mania?
Yeah.
The portal to space jail.
The worst space jail ever.
The most poorly.
The minimum security
space jail.
Yes.
Of which everyone escaped. Now, of course, it's empty. We don't have much use for it right now. But inspired by the upcoming Halloween Havoc. I don't know what you call it, a reboot.
Oh, Halloween Havoc. You need a little excitement?
Yeah, I mean, it all comes together. I thought maybe for tonight, for our open, what's happening in the world of wrestling, we would play a little wrestling podcast version of Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal. So what we'll have here in a moment, Sorg, is a lovingly created graphic with 24 different topics for us to discuss.
There you go.
And what we'll do is we'll go through each one of us. I will spin the wheel, and whatever number it falls on, we'll give you 30 seconds to give us your hottest hot take.
30 seconds.
And then we'll decide.
We'll discuss for a little bit.
We'll open it for rebuttal.
Yes.
And then we'll go from there.
There you go. That is the greatest plan I've ever heard from a Tiger.
Ooh, all right. I like it. Yeah.
So just have a second to take in the many topics.
Yeah, take in the many topics. Like, we have such hot topics like
but I have a slight problem.
What's
Sorg.
that?
You cannot see what number 19 and 20 are.
Don't worry, I got those memorized.
Yeah,
It'll be all right.
Yeah, don't worry, we got them. We got them.
Then, yeah.
We got them over here. Maybe I'll move this around a little bit if it'll let me. But we have such hot topics as "But I Love Him, Poppy," AAA and Disney, Women of AEW, Retribution. We have 2 Hell in a Cell segments. I'm sure there's labels for that. The singing segment with Jericho and MJF. Let's see, what is that? Moxley.
We got Mox versus Kingston. We're gonna talk just Reigns versus Uso. We'll talk about the Miz taking Money in the Bank. Maybe we've got a box that's just Kenny Omega. We've got a box that's just Pat McAfee. We got a box that just says Raw is bad. We got a box that's Johnny and Candice. And then we've got a box that's most underrated. We got a box that's most overrated. We got the timeless best in the world topic is in there. We have a box that just says Japan. We have another box that says Ring of Honor, and we have finally the number 24 box. And, of course, our favorite, the Indys.
There you go. And, of course, to do this, you have a very special wheel spinning stick.
Well, you know, for social distancing, I will spin the wheel using this thing. We have to decide who's going to go first. Sorg, you're going to go first.
I'm going. Oh no,
you're going to give your first hot
take.
This
might end up with another bad Morty impression. So
we'll see.
Warning you.
So are you ready? Let's put the camera on the wheel.
All right, we're on the wheel. There it is.
Camera on the wheel, Sorg.
Okay, there you go. The stick's on the wheel. It is spinning. Wheel, spin that wheel. 11.
Wheel of morality.
11. What's that going to be? Let's go to the grid and see what
According
that
to the grid, 11 is. Boopy, boopy, boopy.
We're going to discuss Sorg, hot take, pro wrestling musicals, and go.
Pro wrestling musicals is the best thing to happen since This Is Your Life Rock. MJF and Jericho have brought in a new musical era of professional wrestling to the point of this is as revolutionary as the Hardy Compound, the deletion compound matches. I think you will see. Give it time until you have your shitty indie version of a musical happening at some point, which will probably just include some wrestler's friends or promoter's friends' shitty thrash band from bumfuck Ohio.
And that's time. Good job, Sorgy.
Okay.
And now we will open it up. Does anyone else have any thoughts on pro wrestling musicals?
Yes. What's that, Tony?
I'm just saying, you talk about POD in the third person. You can just name POD if you're going to talk shit on them. But
hey, I saw POD open for the Insane Clown Posse a couple years ago, so they're doing great.
You've seen a lot of people open for the Insane Clown Posse. I'm no longer wearing the glasses because I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm gonna hold these up to the camera. You can't see shit.
Also, your connection is amazingly better because I imagine that those being Groucho took you back to the 20s internet-wise.
Yes, well, no, it wasn't the internet. It was my motherboard. So I need a new motherboard, and if you guys keep bringing it up, I'm going to charge you per capita for it.
What? Okay.
So what was the topic? Wrestling musicals?
Yes, wrestling musicals.
I need more plot. I don't need one act. I don't need one scene. I don't need a single number. I need acts. I need follow through. I need your ballad. I need your Hamiltons where you're telling the story of Hulk Hogan the musical. You know, I need your dramas. You know, where you take the best feuds and turn those into musicals. You know, let's take this a step forward. Don't just do a number like a song and dance to a full musical.
You want a WWE Goes Broadway? I mean, we do have the crossover events. We interviewed the director of the Chad Deity play that involved actually happening in a wrestling ring. We've talked with people doing theater presentations of wrestling. Is this just the next step to go musical?
I think the next step has to be to go musical with full pit orchestra, but during intermission, the pit then becomes weapons, and whatever survives plays in the second act.
Well, listen, not never during Hamilton. I would imagine you go out to the you go out to the lobby, and King George is selling the "Don't Spit on Me" T-shirts. Was that too tight of a reference? Did everybody see Hamilton? No?
Yeah, I think King George.
No, I love Hamilton. I love Hamilton. That's why I didn't say anything.
By the way,
George would definitely be the guy to have his own merch table.
By the way, King of the George, friend of Sorgatron Media. Yes, he did not.
It's true. Little known fact about Hamilton, the musical's creator, Lin-Manuel Miranda, huge wrestling fan, believe it or not. Humongous fan.
Isn't that why you guys rock from Moana?
Yes. That's actually exactly why he knew rock from wrestling. Big fan. He also wrote Moana's musical and In the Heights. And there is a clip of him reacting to Brock Lesnar and Colin Cowherd on the internet, which if I can find and send to Sorg, I will give to him so he can link it in the notes. And it is hilarious. And if you pay attention, you can see a young Lin-Manuel Miranda nerding the piss out of Brock Lesnar.
He is also writing Clerks the Musical.
What? I don't know if we're talking about real stuff anymore, because we're also saying breaking news in the chat room. Bradley Cooper as Vince. The Hulk Hogan biopic is now said to be a musical.
If the Hulk Hogan biopic becomes a musical, that's going to have more N-words than Hamilton.
Hamilton has no N-words.
Exactly my point.
Well, I mean, if we're going accurate.
We have to. There's 3 and that's the majority of the swearing.
They say the F word, yeah. They say fuck 3 times in Hamilton. Only one if you watch it on Disney Plus, yeah.
Hey, if you knock Hercules Mulligan down, he'll get the fuck back up again.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's spin the wheel again, Sorg.
We're spinning the wheel.
Let's spin the wheel again. Who's up next? Let's see who's going to go. Let's hit the Macho Man-demic is going to go next here. You ready here, Sorg? Let's spin the wheel.
I'm excited. Right. Yeah, let me know what I got.
All right, we're on the wheel. Here we go. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel.
Turn. Show us the lesson that we should learn.
Number 7.
Let's go to the thing. Drew McIntyre's title reign.
Yes.
Macho Man Drew's title reign. Discuss. Good, bad, indifferent, what?
Yeah.
Well, he was going.
You see, Drew McIntyre was a guy who won the championship at WrestleMania in a WrestleMania that not many people remember. Sounds kind of like the Macho Man, yeah. But I think Drew McIntyre had a pretty good championship run. It's just a shame that he didn't get to perform in front of thousands and thousands of fans, yeah. Do I think he'll get the title back? I don't know, yeah. With the Fiend on Raw, it's going to be a little bit difficult, a little tough for him to get that back, yeah. But I'd like to see him try, Dang it.
Wow. Nice
hey, I'll jump in here.
Yeah.
Because I have a thought on this, too. I'm having a hard time remembering the last babyface champion WWE book that they booked as well as Drew McIntyre. Like, they did a really good job. Like, he kept winning.
Mhm.
He didn't look, and he never looked like an idiot.
Yeah.
He was just, big, badass Drew McIntyre, the champ. And it worked for, 7 months? I mean, he had a really good run, and nobody got a chance to see it live, which stinks. But I mean, yeah, as far as how they handled him, I think they did a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. Fans are not, and I thought it was interesting. I actually saw a tweet from Marcus Mann today that says, you know what? He hadn't been watching him. I was like, I don't know if it's because there's no fans, but this is the best WWE that he's seen in a while, he says. So, I mean, it gives him time to concentrate, even with everything else going on. So
it is legitimately unfortunate that Drew McIntyre is going to be known as the COVID champion, because I thought he was good in the role.
Yeah.
Giving it to Orton obviously opens up a few more feuds, and of course, whenever John Cena wrestle him, of course he'll probably the main event if he's. So John Cena will get his. I think he'll pass Ric Flair before he officially goes into the Hall of Fame.
I don't know. Cena's got a lot in the oven. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna come back for another title reign.
I think never say never. If Bret Hart can develop a working relationship with Vince, anything's possible. So
if Bret Hart can win the U.S. title when he literally cannot wrestle, then I guess anything can happen. You're right.
Cena needs to do the make it big in the movies, come back in several years afterward when you don't think he would ever come back, move and be the rock role for whoever the next John Cena is at that point. Probably Roman Reigns.
We need to have movies back first.
You want to do the big question right now? Is who's going to be the top guy in WWE when John Cena comes back as Hollywood Cena?
Randy
Cena.
Orton.
The Miz.
Still Randy Orton.
John Morrison.
All right.
You can only hope.
Shall we do another spin?
Let's do another spin.
Right. Ron Starks, we're going to spin the wheel for you. Are you ready?
It's Ron Stance, but yes.
Ron Stance.
Ron Stance. All right, here we go. Wait, I wish I had a mic on the wheel.
Yeah, it's too bad. You kind of hear it.
Wheel of morality. Turn. Tell us the lesson.
Lucky number 13.
Lucky
and that
number 13,
is...
Ron Starks. The Miz has won the Money in the Bank, Ron Starks. What do you think of that?
Yes. I was very excited about this. Mike actually told me about it because I tuned in for their watch-along, and he broke the news to me and said, hey, Mike the Miz is the Money in the Bank champion. I'm like, oh, my God, because I loved when the Miz was champion. Back in, how long ago was that, guys?
2010.
It's been 10 years.
10 years ago.
10 yards.
All right, so 10 years ago, that was a big thing. And when he came to Pittsburgh, they did that whole ceremony thing. And I remember we went to the hotel across the street, and the Miz walked in with his entourage, and I was wearing a B Miz t-shirt, like the old Miz shirts. And he's like, that's a really nice shirt. I'm like, hey, thanks, man. But I am very excited for the Miz because this has been long overdue. 10 years long overdue for the Miz to be WWE champion again. He absolutely deserves this. And when he gets the title back, he's going to have an excellent run. Because he's at the top of the game right now for himself.
Go ahead.
I agree with that, and I argue this point all the time. The Miz is one of the most consistent workers, short of Randy Orton. He's a consistent worker.
Absolutely.
Right now.
Mike Mizanin is the king of safe style, and I will say that till the day I die again.
Has he even gotten hurt in 10 years? Or in the 15 years he's been with the company?
I think he has been hurt minorly, but he's worked through it every single time. I don't think he's taken extended breaks except for his wedding to Maurice. I think he took 2 weeks off for his wedding, and that was it.
Whenever he came back with all of the lights and everything for the Miz entrance, that was his reboot, his injury reboot. I remember him saying I'm glad I got injured so I could have a reboot. Because otherwise he was just going, and there's no reason not to, right?
Because most guys they
all
get
the movies he films too.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Right.
Some guys get injured and they go away.
Yeah.
The Miz makes movies, and then he comes back and he feels fresh.
Yeah.
He makes 16 rounds and comes back.
Miz is first and foremost a wrestling fan who became a really good professional wrestler. So I mean, that is the one thing you have to remember from the real world days. If you're my age, if you're in your early 30s, you watch those and you remember this pencil neck geek, to borrow a phrase, running around calling himself the Miz. I would have never in 1,000 years said that I am a huge Miz fan as a wrestler, but this guy wanted it so much that he actually made it happen. It's kind of like anyone can become president type deal. Not getting political, but you kids always believe they can become president if they work hard enough. Miz worked hard enough to become a WWE staple.
Can't argue with that.
Nope.
All right. Hey Tony, since you're already talking, let's spin the wheel for you here.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what we can do. And this is so fun. I'm enjoying this a lot. What number is that?
Number 24.
Number 24. Tony, the perfect topic for you. Tony, the Indies.
Hot take.
Hot take. Go.
Hot take on the Indies.
Tony Kincaid should be booked more.
There you go. Thank you. Moving on.
Yeah, give him his 30 seconds, Sorg. He's got to have time to hot take machine this thing.
No. The hot take is I think the Indies are where you want to. If you want to watch really good wrestling right now, you should be watching the Indies. I mean, just to name a few things, we have plenty of shows going on in the Pittsburgh area right now, including Hardcore Halloween, which is coming up this week. Some great matches are coming down the card. The tag team titles are on the line. The World Championship is on the line. We got the rematch for Gold Rodin versus Elijah. I'm excited about that one. A bunch of other things on. You guys really should check this out, and it really is a testament to how much we love you guys, the fans, putting this show together. So, really should check this out. And remember that the Indies are a love letter to the fans for how much you guys support us. Even if you all stink and need a shower and really, seriously, guys, you come to a show, take a fucking shower. Come on. I work in RWA. There's a river right there. It stinks, but it's better than what you smell like.
And this hot take has been brought to you by Indy Wrestling US, and that pay-per-view is at indywrestling.live. I threw the graphic up while you're going there, since we just get the commercial out of the way while we're at it.
One sec, I gotta do my star bang noise. Bing!
There you go. Thanks. That's one less thing I have to do on the checklist tonight. So, hot takes, Indies, or I guess response to that. Matt, you've been viewing or participating in the Indies?
Yeah, I mean, I saw some indie wrestling over the weekend. I was very fortunate.
Yes.
Not many people get to do that, but the Indies,
definitely the way you did.
And there's portions of the pro wrestling fan base who become a little disillusioned with the Indies because it doesn't feel as super indie as it used to feel, to steal a phrase from someone else. But I think just to prop up our own local scene here in Western PA and even up into Cleveland, just the whole tri-state, Erie, Buffalo, this is a great part of the country for independent pro wrestling. It doesn't have as much of the gimmickry that kind of drags down some of the shows and makes it goofy. These guys, they wrestle serious, they put on great matches, and there's a lot of awesome talent coming out. Some have already made it to the big time, some are quickly on their way.
Yeah, I mean, look at Leo Moriarty popping up in Impact Wrestling on the Explosion with Suicide this week, I think it was. And having, I've attended several indie shows again when I was allowed to travel for work. I hit up whatever the local indie was, and I must have been 20 shows across the country. And the consistency isn't there across the board. I feel like, we would, from going to some of these shows, not knowing anybody, and most of the places around here turn in solid shows.
Fans around this part of the country do not, I don't think, fully appreciate how good we have it here when it comes to the Indies, when they're at full strength.
Most places have one, maybe two, and not to the quality of. It's great trainers in the area. That goes to the Chris LaRussos, the Andrew Palaces, the Quinn Magnums, the Brandon Kays. And they're generating every one of those guys has. I think every one of those guys has generated at least one, actually probably two minimum people that have been on television.
Yeah.
So
not to mention some of the guys we haven't named that may be behind the scenes that are still giving advice to the guys and the gals who are training. And I'm not gonna name names, but there's a couple guys out there who are still giving advice to people who are listening, and they're people you might not think of, but their advice. I mean, I get advice from guys every time I do a show, they say, hey, focus on this a little bit, focus on this. And it's always a learning experience, especially, and that's just from commentary. I don't know about the wrestling side of things, but these guys, you guys, when our listeners go to an indie show in the tri-state area, I mean, like Ohio, Western PA, West Virginia, Northern PA into Buffalo, you're seeing some guys who have put hours upon days upon years upon decades of time and effort, and all these guys are students and trying to learn how to be better at it every time. So, I mean, we have no staleness right now.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And so we're just coming off, of course, the Fight Underground tapings that you'll see over the next 2 months of content. And look at that Fight Council that you see on Thursday nights live over on their Facebook page. Like, and again, names you don't know, but a lot of the guys like Paul Atlas, a former NWA national champion, Dash Bennett that's been up and down the road, seeing guys like Mike Law come through and having 14 years experience away from Pittsburgh and then coming back, like there was a cool mix of stuff like that. And, Super Hentai, who's been, I feel like he's in every damn locker room these days, but, just a great mix with this. And if they're not like guys, they're guys that if people on TV like CM Punk, these are the guys that they came up with.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that old adage, you hear about bands that like the most popular bands love these bands. We're talking about the wrestlers that wrestlers love to watch wrestle.
Yeah. It's like Nirvana. Nirvana's all like, hey, here are the Vaselines, and here are these guys, and everything like that, and Leadbelly, and I'm like, why would I know that? Ask a I don't want to say CM Punk again. I'm trying to think of some other guy. Ask Elias who Super Hentai is, and and Marcel Gambino and Denny Gregory, because those are the guys that whooped his ass on the come up, and as he figured things out, right? So same with Shane Taylor, came through a lot of those same guys, and the John McChesneys and things like that. So I just
ask Wardlow right now.
Yeah, Wardlow, absolutely. Ask
Wardlow right now.
Wardlow hits the same list of names, I think, right? So I mean, it is a there's probably I was going to say there's no better finishing school maybe for indie guys than like coming through the Pittsburgh area, but I think it is. It's got to be one of those stops, or at least a very advantageous stop to come through most of the promotions around here and get that. So absolutely. All right, we need our wheel. Who's next on the wheel?
I'm the last one to go.
You're the last
Sorg.
one.
I saved the best for last.
Okay.
So fortunately, my favorite topic on this wheel hasn't gone yet, so we're gonna see if we get lucky here. Let's spin this wheel one last time. Spin it, baby. Here we go. Oh, geez,
no!
Bad spin.
Don't botch your own spin.
I know.
Double Price is right.
Yeah,
6.
Oh, Hell in a Cell. Finally.
Was that what you were?
No, I didn't want to talk about this necessarily, but I'm going to tangentially get into anything. God, Sorg. I got to apologize because we were over here on Sunday night.
You left. I'm done with this shit.
But I didn't leave because I was done with this shit. I left because I wanted to keep my wife happy. Guess what? It didn't work.
Should have stayed.
Should have stayed.
That's because I beat her ass in fantasy football. Yeah.
Well, Matt might have had something to do with it. And I got to apologize to you, Sorg, for just openly grousing about the Roman Reigns Jay Uso match at the start of the show, just complaining through the whole match. I felt like I was bringing you and Rob and the Riz down. I think I've never been more critical of a referee during a wrestling match. It's hard to remember. I was complaining about this referee during this match. Begging Jay Uso to give up. It's not your job to tell him to give up, Sorg. It's your job to stand back, let these two dudes beat the crap out of each other until one of them says, I quit. You don't have to do anything. Refereeing Hell in a Cell should be the easiest thing in the world. You show up, you stand in the cell, you wait for someone to lose, you count the pin or the submission or the I quit or whatever, and you go home. That's it. All you have to do. The only way you can screw it up is
you have to ask all the time.
No, it's bull crap anyways. Anyway, they basically shot two gimmick matches in the foot in one match, but we're talking about Hell in a Cell. I'm going to respect where the wheel landed. I should have made an I quit square, though, now that I'm thinking about it. But
that was a good match. I don't know what you're talking about. That was a great match.
I hated that match, Roman Reigns versus Jay Uso. Hated it. Hated it. And I liked their match at the Clash last month, but I hated this one. The melodrama was too much. The referee got on my nerves. They overplayed it. It took way too long to get from one point to the other. Instead of Roman Reigns talking about how brutal he has to be or thinks he's going to be, just be brutal. There was a point in the match where Sorg, I forgot why Jey Uso was nearly unconscious. I was like, what did Roman do to him? I forget because I've been watching him talk to himself for the last 3 goddamn minutes. I hated that match.
I think we need to put this.
I love those guys. Roman's doing great work. The Usos are incredible, underutilized, underrated performers. They're both great. They deserve so much more than they've gotten in WWE, and they've gotten a lot, but they are awesome, and it's great to see them performing on such a high level. But man, just the structure and the layout of this match, it didn't work at all. It didn't work nearly as well as it did at the Clash. The Clash was great. Hell in a Cell match, no good. Sorry.
All right, calm down, Tiger King.
I was gonna say we really should call Joe Exotic to put this tiger down.
Wow, jeez.
Well, we're never going to financially recover from his conversation he just had.
Do you remember that reference 18 years ago when COVID started?
Yeah.
I remember.
I remember. Yeah, I completely disagree. I think this match was better than the one at Clash completely.
It was fantastic.
The same problems you have with it. Everyone loved when it was HBK versus Triple H at SummerSlam 02 with all the melodrama and all that stuff. And the difference is that Roman Reigns has an inherent dislike within the community. This was a story they were telling. The in-ring action did not matter. It was the story about the family in general and the Samoan dynasty in general, and that's why it mattered. The ref getting involved was a ref being exactly what Earl Hebner did for 25 million years, and no one bitched about it until he went to Impact. Okay? Everyone loved when Earl Hebner would kick the ropes and the heel would fall over and go into a sunset flip and Ric Flair's ass would be out or Triple H's ass would be out. Everyone loved when Earl Hebner did it. But when this referee does it, all of a sudden it's a bad thing. This was a great story. And I completely disagree with Tigger over there. It was wonderful.
Wow.
It was basically the Fast and Furious of professional wrestling because it's all about family, yeah.
Wow, that was good, actually.
That's from a star from Hobbs and Shaw. He brought his Fast and Furious storytelling into the cell, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. And we're just going to...
Oh, no, we have Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2.
Who took a
Winnie the
poo?
Pooh and
What?
Tigger 2.
What?
Okay,
Oh.
so I am a huge something. There was a joke here, and I completely missed the plot. So move on.
Okay.
You see, the wonderful thing about Carlin's is Carlin's a wonderful thing.
Damn right. I respect your guys' opinions, and I definitely agree. I'm not going to fight too hard against people who say that they like the match because I understand why you might have liked it. I'm just telling you, it so completely mislanded for me. Even I was shocked that I didn't like it that much.
But I think we all can agree. Yo, that Bailey Sasha match.
That was hot shit.
That match.
That was
good.
some good shit.
That was maybe my favorite Hell in a Cell match.
It was fire.
And that's a high bar. Like Bailey and Sasha did everything right. They even called back a lot of their old stuff from the first match at TakeOver.
All right, so
for me, like a big difference between Bailey and Sasha and Roman and Jay is that like Bailey's in this match and she's talking. She has become one of the best like in match talkers. Like, you know, we're talking like Kevin Owens is like a great in-match talker. Like Bailey's getting there, and like her talking like didn't slow down the pace of the match. Like the match was just go, and it was violent action and fighting, and then like once they got into that finishing stretch, like it was all working. So I thought that match was awesome.
I mean, Bailey's become good at it, but Sasha was one who started that all the way back in NXT. Bailey is now incorporated into this. This is a years-long saga between Bailey and Sasha, to the point where they have become their own thing, separate from the Horsewomen.
Yeah.
You know, you separate Bailey and Sasha from Charlotte and Becky, and that's no fault of Charlotte or Becky. It's just what they are doing separates itself from the mythical Mount Rushmore that we created of the 4 NXT original women, and Paige to a degree. They've just created their own thing and said, we're going to do this thing, and Charlotte can do her thing, and then Becky, when she comes back, can do the man thing, or whatever she plans on doing after she has the kid.
It's gonna be the mom man.
thing.
The mom.
thing.
It's gonna be the mom man. It's gonna get really confusing.
It's gonna be Mr. Mom with.
I knew it was coming, and I'm not happy about it.
There it is. There it is. We're going all 80s on this one, apparently. So, okay. So we do have.
I will say it was a crime that Bailey and Sasha didn't main event that show.
Yes. Yeah, I'm with you, but reasons. Let's do one more spin. We have a wheel. I want to use it. And we'll do one more free-for-all spin.
Okay. And then we're all just going to talk at once.
Yes. Exactly at once with bandwidth. Here we go. One more spin of the wheel. Make a deal. 4.
4.
Oh, that's
AEW's women's division.
Oh no!
Yeah,
oh,
what a
no.
shit show.
You know, it's only fair that we dogpile WWE for a while. Now we've opened the floodgates to dogpile AEW.
I want to tell you guys on this. Mike and I probably had another hour conversation after last night's podcast. You've heard like us kind of complaining to each other, like his takes on AEW. I think it got a little heated last week, didn't it? Yeah, the thing that brought you in. And Mike, me and Mike went at each other for an hour off air after last night's show.
This is very true. It was honestly some of the most honest we've both been about AEW, and we didn't record a fucking second of it.
No, we didn't. I was trying to post last night's show while we were talking, but I got so heated I kept forgetting what we did. I had to stop halfway through and be like, Mike, what did we talk about tonight? So it was mostly us singing and selling this fine Fight Underground lost and found merchandise that hypothetically...
I think when we talk about the AEW women's division, we can talk about the hot 5 minutes of action they got on last week's show. Yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta say, so I was looking at the card for Dark tonight, which is probably officially aired by now, and I forgot about Evilise and
Exactly. They have a good women's division.
Yeah.
They do. They need to utilize them. And they need to give them stories. If you can't create a story for Evilise, Serena Deeb, I can't think of her name.
Chris Statlander.
Well, she's injured.
Statlander's injured right now.
She's injured.
But who's Evie's partner? I can't do it. Who's Evie's partner right now?
What? Mike, what happened to your voice?
I have a sore throat.
Okay.
Mike, is that you?
I have a sore throat. This is what the Macho Man sounds like when he has a sore throat.
Drink some lemon tea, brother.
Yeah, but between Evilise, Serena Deeb, I can't think of her partner. She was.
I wouldn't say Diamante, but I don't think that's right.
Diamante.
No, I think you're right.
Diamante. Okay, yeah,
But
wrong inflection. Sorry.
Between the three of them, and Sheeta and Britt Baker,
Leva Blades.
and Leva, like the fact that you don't have stories for any of these people is a fucking travesty.
I'm not gonna say any. So there's been an ongoing thing with Brandy and.
No, stop writing for Brandy. Stop it.
It's something that's happening. It's something that's happening, and it's doing something with somebody that nobody knows.
Stephanie, stop it. Stop writing for Stephanie.
Stop
We
writing
can
for
say
Exactly. I agree with that too.
Listen,
Listen. That's just how wrestling works.
You say there's no
This is how
storyline.
wrestling
I'm
works.
watching a shot of Brandy last night because my favorite member of the Dark Order was on it. John Silver, Johnny Hungy, and and so I watched it, and then at the end, Brandy got attacked by, I keep forgetting the name of the one that's in the Dark Order. But
Anna Jay, yeah.
Anna Jay, brother.
I took a little seltzer. Yeah, my voice is better.
But yeah, and like, where's Nyla, right? I keep asking that, especially with Vicky. But also, if they're not there, it may be a reason they're not there. It's a real life issue. But
they are there. They're there for Dark.
No,
they
they're
put
not.
The entire
No.
women's division on Dark.
No, Nyla and Vicky haven't popped up in several weeks at this point. You know, and if somebody's not there, I will not say it's because they're not booked. I mean, there's probably a reason. There could be something. Jon Moxley made a movie at some fucking point that released at the beginning of this month, and we just found out about it. You know, you don't know what other projects these guys have. They have a lot of time on their hands. Since this, even if this was going, it's still a once a week touring promotion, right? So you got a lot of time for other projects and or indies. And not that indies should be taken away from the AEW. I don't mean that, but if you're like doing a movie, something like that, go do this. Go record whatever weird show Cody's filming for TNT. You know what I mean? Like there's plenty of room for activities, guys.
They half the time they put into the tag team division into the women's division. Just half the time. That's it.
Well, yes, and I agree. There should be a little bit more, but I'm saying there is a little bit happening.
There's not.
There is.
Sorg, what's the one storyline that's happening? There are none.
Brandy and Anna Jay.
Why are we talking about? I gotta step in.
All right, Tiger.
As the Tiger who watches AEW every single day, I am weak. I can't remember the last time I saw Brandy on my TV screen, so I'm not concerned about Brandy being overexposed. Yeah, she is the goddamn Stephanie of AEW.
Brandy's on Dark.
I don't watch Dark.
There you go.
No one watches Dark. Dark is
what
not
somebody's watching. Dark, stop complaining about Dark. Dark isn't about how many people are. Dark isn't about how many people. Get these people some work.
800,000 views on YouTube, man.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right,
anyway.
I can show you a cat video that has 800,000 views on YouTube.
What?
I can show you a cat video that has 800,000 views on YouTube.
All right, here we go.
Is it better booked than Dark?
Yes.
Okay.
Because there's a point.
Okay.
Dark's point is not to be Dark is more Velocity Sunday Night Heat than Raw SmackDown. I do want to see these women wrestle on AEW Dynamite. I want to see them wrestle on Wednesdays.
Right.
Wrestling dark matches and all that stuff. You know, we just had a great dark match with one of our guys against one of our former guys, and that was great, but it was not the battle that we saw them do when they were in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I watch Dark to see who the up-and-comers who might get contracts is. I want to see on Dynamite, these girls have legit storylines. Women have legit storylines over the title, because ever since Nyla Rose got out of the title picture, it's been kind of stale. They ran out of ideas. Come up with something.
Absolutely.
They had a whole women's tag team tournament.
Let's go to the Tiger. Let's go to the Tiger.
Look. All right. Like the women's division's been a mess. All right. They lost. They were bringing a lot of talent in from Japan. COVID screwed that up. They've had injuries. They've lost Statlander. They lost Britt, who still got herself over, despite being injured.
Strongest person in the women's division.
Sheeta has done a good job stabilizing the division. Nyla's still there. Britt's still there. You got Big Swole. They've got talent there. Penelope Ford. I mean, I'll throw out names. Does everyone have a storyline on TV? No, not all of them. Not on Dynamite, at least. Hey! Let me go here, all right? There's room for improvement. It is the glaring wart of AEW, okay? They've got a long way to go.
Yeah.
But let's not pretend that they don't have the talent there and that they're trying to develop them the way they want to. Let's not send these women out onto TV to fail by putting 2 or 3 matches on in a single Dynamite, and then, God forbid, something terrible happens and, you know, nobody watches, and they get cold feet, and they don't want to put them back on again. Let's establish some folks. Let's find out who can really rise to the top. Let's get these women, some matches on Dynamite to see who can really bring it, and then let's get a plan and get this division moving forward. But for now, yes, it's the big weakness of AEW. There's no denying.
There you go.
it.
There you go. All
you
right.
can't build them if they're not on TV.
Mike, what can I do? They've got 2 hours every week. What do you want them to do?
Yeah.
They cram
And an
this
hour
show
of it
full
is
of
filled
stuff.
with the
How
people
many
who run the
women's
company.
How many women's matches will it take for you to be happy every week on Dynamite?
1 an hour. It's
One
not
an
that
hour.
fucking
Okay.
hard.
All
It
right.
doesn't even. I will actually compromise and just give me an 8-9 minute match to show that they can work fast. More than let's shove as many moves as we can in 5 minutes and then go right to finish. Like you can do an 8-minute match.
They're a divas division.
Ooh, I wouldn't
say
that.
that.
No, in terms of booking, not in terms of talent.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They're being booked like divas, but they wrestle like NXT.
I don't know.
No, they don't wrestle like NXT.
That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right. All right. Well, the wheel has divided us.
Bradley, you can shut the fuck up. I'll send you some butts.
What?
Bradley in the chat room asked me if I'm doing the Macho Man or Ed Asner, and he can go fuck himself. Yeah.
Ed Asner. All right. Well, speaking of our wonderful fans who participate in our chat room that we love, Mike.
I don't have to love all of them, Sorg.
We have, of course, we put out the call, you guys. I want to double check if they snuck in the last minute here, but
You rang?
what's that?
You said you made the call.
No, not
You
that
rang?
call. No, not that call. Put it away. Put it away.
Son of a bitch.
Sorry about that. But we did put out the call to somebody other than Ronnie about the Mayhem Show costume contest.
Oh yeah.
We're going to be giving away 3 months of Indy Wrestling Network as part of this, and of course, I forget where I put all my files. There they are. So we did have some great submissions. We had some fun checking those out as you guys were sending them in. So let's see. First of all, we do have. Oh, there's that one over there. Oh, there's somebody messaging me. That's fantastic too. And this one is, let's see. We have one for Paul Adelina, who I've seen at several indie shows, dressed up in some pretty good setups. He is, sorry. I'm just gonna throw the image up for you guys. No, that's a wheel. There it is. I think we got an Otis thing going on right now. So, is he got steak in his mouth and he's got the Money in the Bank lunchbox going on over there. So I don't know if they're doing an Otis and Tucker kind of thing. But oh no, I'm losing my mask.
Yeah, I see it. I like it.
There you go. And
I like it.
Let's see. Now we also. What the hell happened to my hair? All right, this is my new. Okay, we're just going with that. And we got another one from Dave Podner, and we see every week in the chat room, and it looks like. It's true. It's damn true. It looks like he's got a Kurt Angle thing going on there with a little extra pizzazz for that picture. Holy crap. We'll have to put these in the show notes as well so you guys can see it if you're on the audio versions of the show over at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. All right, that's a pretty good one. And then we also have, I think this might, I don't know, I think this video may have made its rounds.
Oh, wow, hold on.
What?
Honor, that's a little scary, man.
Yeah. You don't want to
I don't know if you can really be impersonating a wrestler that close. Yeah.
Yeah, it might get you in trouble. And then we also do have a video submission for costumes. I think some people may have seen this around, but this was his submission for the Mayhem show. And I know he's been working at this one for a bit. So let me see if I did this right over here, and you guys should check it out. Nope, that button.
Hello, this is Badhausen. I'm outside, and it's cold. It's fall. But even though it's cold, Bradhausen still wears his shorts. Still wears his polo. Very nice, very heelish polo. But today, Bradhausen has grievances. Bradhausen is going to tell his grievances to everyone. Like now. Look, I wrote a list very hastily about 3 minutes ago. Let's go over them. Ronnie Starks, up yours. Jackson Argos, up yours. Elijah Dean, up yours. Riz, you creepy little man, up yours. Podner, up yours. Matt Connard, Hope Sean Spears steals your girlfriend. Up yours.
Whoa!
Taylor, no one wants to see your trucks anymore. Up yours. Farnsworth, up yours. Andrew Donardo, put the sign down. Up yours. Chris LaRusso, oh, up yours. Jackson Sampson, up yours. Dan Murphy, up. Nobody cares who Dan Murphy is. Jacob Edwin, up yours. Jim Sterling, up yours, you angry potato man. Mark Swanson, the most appropriately named man on earth. Up yours. Nathan Aldridge, up yours. Scarlett stole Bradhausen's chair. Up yours. Shirley Doe, up yours. Wolf Nasty, up. Hello, sir. I hope you're having a good day.
There you go. There
Bull
you go.
can't read.
Bull can't read. All right, guys, we got 3 submissions
I
here.
am legitimately terrified.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Bradley, up yours, pal.
All right.
Now, wait a minute. So, do we have to cast a vote for Budhausen over there?
Well, he's not getting my vote because he told me he's up mine. So.
Well, what is?
And I feel slighted that I wasn't mentioned, so he's not getting my vote either. Yeah.
I think okay. I'm gonna say. Let's vote. We will vote.
This council is in recess.
What's it? This council's in recess. We're gonna vote over the break.
Yeah.
Is what we're going to do. So you don't know. You don't know. We're going to have to do this very quick, guys, because we only have a minute and a half for the break. So in the meantime, let's give a shout-out to our good friends at Slice on Broadway, feeding this tiger in the studio and keeping him calm, of course. Of course. Our friends Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with
Hey,
perfect pepperoni
Sorg.
pizza. Yes?
I've had Slice on Broadway before.
You have?
And let me tell you something about Slice on Broadway. See, the Macho Mandemic has had a lot of pizza from a lot of different Broadways. And let me tell you this. Slice on Broadway is the cream of the crop. Yeah. None better than the perfect pepperoni pizza from podcasting in Pittsburgh. Yeah. Dig it.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, Macho Mandemic. Check them out, sliceonbroadway.com. 3 great locations still in the Pittsburgh area. Thank you guys for have been supporting them. I'm going to fix my hair. You guys are going to listen to things, and we'll be back with our votes and the winner of the Mayhem Show costume contest right after this.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Hey guys, it's Zeke Mercer, one half of the Tag Team Champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
Wrestling Mayhem Show. Mike Sorg still has not shaved my head. Yeah, that too. That would make things easier, wouldn't it? It still has not fixed my hair. I'm going to do that here in a moment. Where was a vote? Very democratically, much wringing of the hands. The tiger might have pissed on the couch. But anyways, we do have a winner either way with only mild cleanup. And the winner, getting 3 months of the Indie Wrestling Network, is, of course, Bradhausen. Up yours.
Sorg. I believe his name is Butshausen.
Butshausen, yes.
Butshausen.
There you go. There you go. You'll be receiving your code sometime when I sleep, before I sleep tonight during the show, for 3 months of the Indie Wrestling Network. But don't fear. Our submissions are fine submissions. Each of you guys are going to get a month free of the Indie Wrestling Network as well. Thank you everybody who did contribute to that as well. well. I think everybody's dressed up for the show. I really do appreciate that. So that's right. Like,
I also called Bulk Nasty to personally deliver the code to Butt Housing. So
okay.
Have fun with that.
There you go. So for the big question this week, since we got this wheel over here, I figured well, we got to use it. So we're going to spin the wheel.
I mean, we're having so much fun.
We are having so much fun with it. I think it's been great so far. Maybe we should do this every week. And we are going to, on the fly, develop a big question based on the wheel spin.
I'm going to see if I can do this.
Yeah?
I'm going to see if I can develop a big question
Based on the
simple spin of the wheel.
Okay.
All right, so...
I was going to put the pressure on myself, but I appreciate that.
No. You don't have to walk alone, Sorg. Through this pit of danger.
Sorg, he needs to walk before he can run to take over the studio next week. Yeah.
That's right.
Let's see if I can make this happen.
That's right. Hold on. I'm trying to find where I put the key for this. Okay. All right. Spin that wheel.
Let's go.
Woo! Oh,
you don't like that spin? I'll spin again.
I don't like that spin.
Give it a big one.
Like that spin. There you go. There you go. It's
I don't want to break anything.
What? That stopped abruptly.
Spin the wheel.
What number is that?
That is 15.
15. Pat McAfee. I've got a great idea, Sorg. Pat McAfee is back, baby. Your hero in your mind. You know what? A lot of us wonder, hey, what would it be like if, just in my imagination, if I were a former NFL punter who loved professional wrestling and I just showed up in NXT? Would that work? And I wrestled? Would that work?
Is that the
question?
Of
course it would work. No, that's not the question because we already know the answer. Of course it works. But here's a good question for you guys. Pat McAfee has already aligned himself apparently with Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. And apparently, he was taking ownership of Ridge Holland also.
Oh, really?
So my question,
but he got injured.
Yeah. So very sad. But here's a question for you: who else do you want to see in Pat McAfee's NXT killing stable?
Can we also say what is the name of his stable?
And what will be the name of Pat McAfee's stable?
What team did he play for again? Buccaneers.
Played for the Colts.
The Colts.
Yeah. And for WVU.
Can I put in that the Colt Classics?
Can I call them the Colt Cabanas?
Anybody else got one?
Is that name taken?
I don't think so.
No, I think it's clear. I think you're in the clear on that
I don't
one.
think he's using it anymore. That's fine. Yeah. So
we should just call them the Scotty Goldman.
You could call them the worst play on 4th and 3 ever, because he was the quarterback for the Colts play against the Patriots. That was an absolute cluster.
Oh, jeez. George in the chat, referee George in the chat room, Gridiron Gang.
I think that actually was a tag team in the 80s.
It might have been.
It probably was somewhere.
Yeah. Let's go Mountaineers. What the hell?
All right. If I could pick someone to join their stable, though, I'd have Mercedes Martinez.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like they need a female presence.
Yes.
And clearly they're not doing anything with Mia Yim and Retribution, so Mercedes can go back to NXT. It can be very quiet. Yeah.
Like nothing had happened. Like nobody.
Exactly.
Like nobody was crawling with spiders.
And I can't wait to hear the Undisputed Era call them the Indianapolis Dolts.
Oh. That does sound like something they'd say.
Yeah. That seems right.
Why don't you just give Pat McAfee, bleh, all of Retribution and just start that over?
BT Dub. Side note. Question about Michael Cole. Is he quarantined right now? Is that why you came in remotely? Like, and if he is, can he just continue to show up with Undisputed the next several weeks, but as one of those iPads on a Segway where it's just like him and he's just kind of strolling around with them down the hall?
See, I think he should break out the old laptop from the anonymous Raw general manager and just come in on that.
I think you should just break out the coal mine again. That seems to be perfect for the coronavirus situation.
That's a good point. They need to bring back the coal mine. That's like 6 months overdue. Yeah.
No, they just Vince lives in that.
Let me see. Like who
would you want with that?
Who's
so he's
joined
Vince
Pat
McMahon?
McAfee's evil group?
Yep.
This is I'm having a hard time thinking of anybody. Ronnie? You got anybody?
I got one. Why don't you get Bronson in there as the heavy?
That might be all right.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Why don't you bring
Think
back?
about that.
Why don't you bring Dabba-Kato back down to NXT? Put him in there with Pat Pat McAfee towers over everyone.
Yeah, that's a problem.
He's a professional athlete, former at least. He's a tall man for a punter too.
Yes.
Who's the muscle? Yeah, I'm trying to think of who the muscle could be in this group, and also who the push is in this group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mercedes Martinez solves both those problems.
You could do that.
You can't have Pat McAfee in a NXT title match. I'm sorry, you just can't do that.
I hope not. I hope not. Right?
I mean, you could do it.
Yeah,
and it would scare people. Kind of like how Eva Marie getting a NXT Women's title match scared everybody that one time. It would be scary in a good way.
Still think she hit Elias with the car.
Is David Arquette still wrestling on the Indies? So I'm sure he can sign a deal.
Is he going to be a member of Undisputed?
Yeah, sure.
Also, RJ City, man, don't make me want to watch the bump. Damn it.
He's going to lure you in. Well, if we're going to go, maybe it makes sense. Maybe we just drag all the former football players into this thing. How about we put did Riddick Moss play football?
Yes.
Surely he did. Riddy Mo?
Yeah.
Oh,
is Sabatelli still down there? Let's put Sabatelli in
yeah,
this group.
Sabatelli they let go,
Is he
but
ready to come back?
They brought him back, I
Let's
think.
bring him back.
Yeah, because like
Sabatelli, I don't know if he can actually wrestle anymore.
Yeah,
really?
He had a lot of injuries, but
I thought I heard about he was at the Performance Center, like getting another look to come back.
Well,
after they let him go with Black Wednesday or something.
Maybe they're trying to see if he can still
Sign,
physically do it.
sign
Riddy
Dor-
Mo is my pick.
Sign Doran Dickerson. Sign Doran Dickerson to a developmental contract. He's a former NFL player who did try out with the developmental center. Is a part-time commentator on the Fan. And
here in the city?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Doran,
okay.
Doran is great. But me personally, if I'm looking for former football players on the Indies to bring in, I know exactly who I'm going for. And this outfit is a clue. I sign the main event and bring them in to be Pat McAfee's friends, but
I don't think they're. I thought they played basketball.
Oh, I thought one of them played football.
I don't know.
Maybe
I
I'm
know
mistaken.
they did the gimmick, but
the gimmick works. It's convinced me. So let's
Maybe
go.
I'm confused. Maybe I'm confusing him with PB. PB would definitely did basketball. Like yeah, he did college ball, but I might be confused.
My answer's still Riddy Mo.
Okay. From the chat room, Tina saying Kona Reeves is a dark horse.
I gotta respect it, but I don't have to like it.
Who else is kind of on the back burner up there? You know, I mean, they got a lot. They still got a lot of talent that just hasn't like that one Jessica girl was getting a lot more at least
Jessica Maya.
Jessica Maya, is that her name?
Yes.
Like she's been popping up a lot more. She's been there forever too.
I love those PC lifers.
PC lifers, that's right. Born and bred has not seen a dingy VFW in their career. You know,
she's seen every armory in the state of Florida.
That they have seen, yes. So, oh god, I missed the armory shows. I was hoping to hit one of those when I was down there before. But do you think they do that? Well, they don't do them now, but were they doing them? Like still? Like I guess they were doing tours, but I don't know.
Yeah, they're still touring. Yeah, they went from Armor A to Armor Z. Yeah.
I remember seeing a commercial within the last year or so, and they were just like rifling them off. They're like, Tuesday night, the Jacksonville Armory. Thursday, the Port St. Lucie Armory. Friday.
I don't even know what town I was in when I watched them the first time. It was like EC3's first night with NXT and everything.
Oh man!
Actually, you know who'd be good in the Pat McAfee stable? Xia Li.
Okay.
She needs something.
I do like Mercedes.
She's on a bit of a losing streak right now. This might bump her up a little bit. Yeah.
Why not? What's her name? Is her name Gonzalez? The one that's taken up?
Raquel Gonzalez.
Raquel
Gonzalez, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's still Dakota Kai, right?
Technically, yeah, but what if she breaks off from her and just becomes not the China of the group, but kind of the China of the group? But that actually does a lot more than China did at that point of her career.
I think Pat McAfee's the China of that group.
Oh well, I don't want to see his future release with X-Pac. Anyways,
one night in Indianapolis, yeah.
Podner says, I mean, we're still missing 2 MMA horsewomen from TV. There you go. I think one have it? No, they were both mixing up with the Shayna stuff. I think
They showed up on Raw one time when they were doing the Raw Underground stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. They're in Lady House playing video games, so they're good.
By the way, if you want to watch like 2 hours of something really great, the Up Up Down Down guys versus Jessamine and all her friends playing Among Us is fantastic.
You need to see that. You need to see that. Also, I saw that they did release because we weren't sure about it at the time. I still need to watch it. But they did the Mario Kart Live in the Thunderdome, and
it's great.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's only like 5 minutes long, but it's so worth it.
Can I just take a second and admire Macho Mike's dedication to the gimmick right now?
Sorg, I don't know what you're talking about. This is my normal voice.
Yeah.
When I get the sore throat, like I have a little bit right now, then I talk like this.
If he does that for 2 hours, that may become his permanent voice. It's like what was it? If you make a face for long enough, it'll get stuck that way.
Yeah.
Was that what they used to say?
Sorg, I made this face for 20 minutes and it hasn't changed once.
Jeez. Oh, jeez. Any other takers on this one? Anyone? Is that it? All right. That was good. Thank you, Mike. But Matt, Tiger Matt.
Yes, Rar.
Tiger Beat Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing the wheel.
I've been working on the Tiger Beat pun all show long, and I haven't been able to come up with anything.
No, it seems kind of weird and creepy when you use it.
Thank
in
you,
any
Wheel.
Context. Thank you, Wheel. Thank you for being a
us
guest on the
under-
show.
Be up on the wall after the show.
There you go. Wheel, what is your answer? Thank you. All right, moving on. We did have some homework. Did it move on its own? Oh, no. Oh, no. So we did have...
Ron, check the PKE meter.
Yes. Yeah, check it out.
I'm on this. Hold on.
That's weird.
Because the batteries don't work.
Yeah, it's still doing something. All right, our assignment was from a WCW, or I guess NWA Saturday night.
It was
edition.
WCW.
Was it WCW?
Yeah,
it was NWA, but
WCW,
they called the show World Championship Wrestling, I believe. Right?
Oh boy, they called it something already.
I called it.
We had Paul Ellering and the Road Warriors in a 6-man tag against the Varsity Club, which encompassed Kevin Sullivan, Dr. Death, and Mike Rotunda, the pre-IRS days. So, first of all, and I'm pretty sure I have labeled everything. I pre-set up the show. It was so great today. And we do have first the official response from the professor.
Is he going to explain why he made us watch this?
He's going to explain why he made us watch this, and we'll get into his assignment a little bit later. So here we go to him.
Hi, class.
Hi.
My name is Professor Jacob Edwin, here with another weekly assignment. This one goes back to 1989, February 11th. Now, this is the match.
That's the wrong video that I downloaded.
That is the wrong video.
That is the wrong. Where is?
You said you set this up.
I did set it up. And
by the way, while you look for that, if there ever is a wrestling musical and that company does not hire Aiden English, they're doing it wrong.
That is true as well.
Probably
Yes, I definitely. Hold on a second. What did I do here? This is 2 weeks in a row. I swear I did this right. I watched this video.
Response to the weekly.
There it is.
All right.
There it is. We're gonna do it this way. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. So live podcasting, ladies and gentlemen.
Live entertainment. Hey, it's free,
From Professor
fuckers.
Jacob Edwin. Now, this match, this 6-man tag, can you call it a match? This was a fight through and through. They called it a street fight over and over on commentary, and not this beat you over the head with it kind of way of, oh, this is a street fight. Like, no, they were just calling what they were seeing. You saw every bit of this. This was violent. This was ugly. This was not technical. When you have 3 very technical wrestlers in there in the Varsity Club, and just a highlight of brutality. Dr. Death in there with the Road Warriors, and then you see I hope you guys watched the interview after with the Road Warriors, where they literally just rip apart a steel chair. I mean, this is absolutely insane. I called it the match before the match because this leads to the match in Chicago, and boy, did I want to see it. I dropped everything I was doing and kept watching and made sure to find the next match. This is brutal. This is vicious. This is what this was supposed to be, and you really don't get this that often. So it was kind of a refresher, and something from the 80s to show you that could be as fast-paced and high octane as today. This is just something you don't see today, and I mean, boy, I think a lot of people miss it. So let me know your thoughts. I hope you guys watch the interview and the following match for this. Thank you very much.
Like I say, I did not watch the following match, but I wanted to. I gotta tell you. So, no, good stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed. One, holy crap, Paul Ellering was in shape. What did they talk about? Like, he's the weak link at 240 pounds because that's how big these guys were. Also, I enjoyed that Kevin Sullivan seemed to be gotten over on every time. Like, he went to do a running clothesline on Animal, and he just shrugged it off. And there was something else where he got punked out on too when he was coming in to come at them and stuff. It's weird to me seeing these guys in this Varsity Club kind of thing. I didn't really understand it. And also Rick Steiner as a television champion, as an individual. Like this is a pre-Steiner Brothers that I'm aware of. That I just don't know this stuff, right? And to realize Rick Steiner had been around for that long. Well into the, I guess, mid to late 80s, I guess, at that point, right? No, I love this. This was classic Road Warriors. This is classic just tearing stuff apart, and watching Hawk just destroy that chair with his bare hands at the end of the show, or at the end of the match, was pretty incredible. Also, Jim Ross saying, this is probably the worst idea I've ever had, but I'm going to interview these guys. That was a lot of fun, too.
I want it on record. That is not the worst idea Jim Ross has ever had.
Oh, it has not been, but it might have been his worst idea of the 80s. At least. So
I somehow doubt it.
Okay. All right. So and it's classic studio wrestling. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for what it is. So, and it's definitely built up for that. And I did want to go again, check out that next match that it led to and everything. I guess it was at Clash of the Champions, I think, that they were leading to.
I believe it was at the Chi-Town Rumble, Sorg.
Okay, so maybe they're just advertising the general.
Or am I mistaken?
They mentioned the Clash of the Champions, like a St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Maybe it was. Yeah.
Valentine's Massacre. Yeah.
Okay. That was the next thing they were promoting actively alongside it. So,
but I don't know if anyone else watched the rest of the show, because like a goober, I watched this entire hour, almost this entire hour. I ducked out before the interview though. Because Jacob Edwin didn't inform me that there would be more stuff to see beyond the match. Anyway, they kept running these promos for the Chi-Town Rumble.
Okay. Were you watching the show leading up to this?
I watched this hour of WCW Saturday night, I guess. And I saw Lex Luger squash match. I saw a Hacksaw Butch Reed squash match. And then I watched this match. And it was crazy.
So it was AEW dark.
Well, just stop it. No dog. The dog piling's over. All right. But the cool thing about this match is that they actually found a believable way to make you think that they were getting one over on the Road Warriors. Like the attack on Animal's arm was very convincing. Like that, they put his arm across on the ring apron. Dr. Death comes the big stomp, and plus in this in the ensuing melee, they killed the interview podium.
Well, they throw that thing, and I'm like, where'd they get the IKEA bookshelf that fell apart on
that
command?
That is the iconic WCW interview podium being destroyed.
Or at least it used to be. So, Tina's confirming Rick Steiner has been around since the early 80s. Seen him in some early Mid-South stuff. So, wow. That's, again, just don't know that history, just completely unaware. This was a fun match. I love just seeing these crazy TV matches. Although I did notice a lot of this audience is in stunned silence of what they're seeing. No, they've probably seen about 5 hours of wrestling for this TV taping and have no energy right now. So,
Were you at the? Did they during this match? Did you hear Jim Ross telling people when to show up for the next 2 TV tapings on the these like back-to-back Sundays?
No, I didn't. Not in the portion that I watched. No.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, fans, you come down to the studio down here." I forget what they used to call it.
Is it
but
center stage?
Yeah, something like that. And they were like, "Oh, come down here on December 9th and December 16th. We're going to be down here for 5 goddamn hours." No, we didn't mention that. But, that's probably what happened.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of people in that crowd either. It's a very tiny studio wrestling crowd.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if there's 50 people there, I would be surprised. So, but no, I enjoyed that. Did anybody else catch this one by chance? Mike?
I saw it. I didn't know what to expect because I'm not a big fan of the Varsity Club. But
no, who is?
It was short. It was violent. I guess that's all you can really handle. I did like that the podium was destroyed and they almost killed a cameraman. Yeah.
No, it was not crazy about that part. So
he was well out of range, Sorg. They missed him by like 3 or 4 feet.
Yeah.
Hey, the cameraman got a named shout out.
He did.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen very often. Yeah.
Also, okay, good. So you didn't see after this. I think Teddy Long was a referee in the next match.
Yes, Teddy Long was there.
Okay.
I saw him refereeing the Butch Reed match.
Back hair.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember watching those old matches. I'm like, he looks much better with a shaved head. Yeah.
Doing good work. Although he couldn't save save the Law and Otis segment. So, but
that's because he couldn't put anyone in a one-on-one match with the Undertaker. Yeah.
That's awesome. Ronnie, Tony, did you have a chance with this one?
Nope.
Okay. Fine.
I did see it. I'm not a Road Warriors fan. I'll be the first to admit. And Varsity Club, I like Rotunda and Rick Steiner separately, and Kevin Sullivan always has been hit or miss with me. The Road Warriors in general, I just have never been able to get on board with. And I think that's just because of what I like as a wrestling style. I'm not a big fan of their style of wrestling, the no sell over and over again. But for what they were doing in the 80s, I understood why this was a big deal and how a match like this would build to the pay-per-view. It very classic, as you said, studio wrestling to sell a pay-per-view type deal. Very reminiscent of early 90s stuff that I've seen. And this is 89, which, this was February 11th, 1989. I was born 10 days prior to this match being aired. So screw you guys. I'm young as shit.
I'm going to say I don't know that I wasn't really a Road Warriors fan. I was a Legion of Doom fan, though. So.
Yeah, well, I was going to mention this, that like the even fans as old and grizzled as you and I, Sorg,
yes,
probably do not remember peak Road Warriors.
No.
I
might be even too far
peak
back
Road
for
Warriors
us.
because I didn't have the Superstation.
That's right. Same
but
here.
Even then, like from what I've heard, like especially since Animal passed away, you've heard some stories being shared. But even like their peak is like pre Superstation. Like you got to get in like AWA stuff to like really see them like at their.
Yeah. The legendary Road Warrior pop, for instance,
right,
like things like that. It's pretty incredible.
I will say this: it was super jarring to see Paul Ellering, who I know as a leather jacket wearing, motorcycle riding, dummy holding manager, hitting, ripped with like 0% body fat and 20% steroids, hitting drop kick after drop kick after drop kick, and just rotating through those drop kicks on all 3 members of the Varsity Club. I'm sitting there going like, this is Rachel's dad, right? We were talking about the same Paul Ellering.
Yes,
right?
yeah, the one that was with AOP.
Yeah, I couldn't wrap my head around it. I could not legitimately wrap my head around this is Paul Ellering. I can't do this.
To me, the AOP Paul Ellering is not much of a departure of my recollection of the Legion of Doom Paul Ellering.
It's the same one.
He just carries a book instead of a puppet.
No, it's the same one. But this one, this 1989 Paul Ellering, is nothing like the Paul Ellering I know from when I grew up and watching those. So that was jarring for me. But it was the same Road Warrior. It was the same Hawk. It was the same Animal. I didn't understand Hawk and Animal.
I think there was a missed opportunity to have a manager fatal 4-way back in the day.
Oh yeah, like who are you thinking?
Like, I'm thinking you get Paul Ellering in there, you get Paulie Dangerously, you get Jim Cornette, and you get Bobby Heenan.
Jeez.
Or J.J. Dillon.
You know what? Since you mentioned the managers, also on this episode, if you feel like going back and watching any more of this episode of Saturday Night,
I do not.
You get a Flair promo, but you also get a Jim Cornette promo. He's the babyface feuding with a heel Paulie.
Really?
Dangerously.
Really?
And let me tell you, Cornette does just about what you expect Cornette to do in this promo. And I was like, God!
Wait, like Cornette
Like
cringe or
offensive stuff that will get you thrown off the air today.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, but I mean that
So
was
just Jim Cornette now.
I mean that was
he's
and
not.
that was Southern and standard for the time,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
So, I
That
mean,
doesn't make it right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No. But we have somebody else recollecting in the chat room as well. Tina's saying that a weird moment was when she would watch these when she was little. The flag surrounding the studio was a geography lesson for her.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's getting late. Also, when you would hear the drop. Hear that drop in their Black Sabbath theme, you would hear such a thunderous pop. What Black Sabbath song did they come out to? I'm not aware. I'm sure I haven't heard it on the network, so I can't imagine them dropping Black Sabbath money.
Screw this up. You definitely won't hear it on the network.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up real quick. Road Warriors theme song.
I think it was Iron Man.
I believe it was Iron Man. Yeah.
Really?
It was Iron
NWA Road Warriors. I don't know. It's not saying.
Chat room will tell us if we're wrong.
We are Iron Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like Black Sabbath's Iron Man is the wrestling's greatest theme song. Okay.
There's a good argument for that.
I'm clicking this link right now, and I'm it's a great song. I don't know if it's the greatest theme song.
I think hearing that drop in a
it's not necessarily whether
stadium.
it's the greatest theme song, is whether it's the reaction that comes with it.
Yeah. If you grew up, grew up on them coming out to that and hearing that pop, yeah, it's the greatest damn thing you probably heard.
Yeah, like
just
is Stone Cold's theme song like the greatest song ever? No.
Does it?
But when it goes off, you're
is
like,
Real American the greatest theme song in wrestling? Well, the answer is actually yes.
No, the answer is not yes. It's not even the best Hulk Hogan song.
American Made is superior.
Whoa!
Mike, am I right?
You're right, Sorg.
Because I'm sorry, when you meet the man and you hear the song and the two don't match up, it's a real dichotomy there, Sorg.
I don't know who we're talking to right now, so I don't know how to.
You know exactly who you're talking to. The man that told Hogan to be a man.
Okay.
First of all, that rap album is a national treasure.
It is. It is.
Thank you very much, Ronnie.
It is right up there next to the Shaquille O'Neal first album.
Shaq Diesel featuring "What's Up, Doc? Can We Rock with Bugs Bunny?" Yeah,
that's right. Wait, no, what? They do not actually have Bugs Bunny on that one.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they did.
I wore out that tape.
You really
I don't
have to
recall
go to find this album and really listen
Shaquille
to
O'Neal and Boys the Men were my young lesson in hip hop. So. Yep. Okay.
And then Aaron Carter beat Jack.
I'm a little alarmed that you consider Boys the Men hip hop. Little alarmed.
You could at least said Fugees. You had to say.
I would say Fugees. I would say
that was later.
Yeah.
That was later.
But
definitely.
yeah, Boys the Men and hip hop, like
two things you don't throw in a sentence.
Well, that was my experience in small town, no cable. Okay,
we got to speak our truth.
Yeah, speak your truth. That was my influences. That was my influences.
Do the best we can.
Did you hear my album? Anyways,
out the Lucky Flings poo. What the fuck you gonna do? Yeah, I like it.
I really wish we could just time move everything that this was happening at the same time we were doing that, because it would be so amazing to have like a monkey and a beast man and whatever the fuck Mike's doing right now, and just all of that, and I think we would be like a social media sensation somehow. You know, the rival K-pop. Anyways, jeez. Anyways, we do have an assignment coming up here. I'm going to double check that's the right one. Nope, all these are wrong. It's over here. No, we do have an assignment from our professor. So let's see. That's not it. Where am I? What am I downloading? What's happening right now? There it is. No, there it is. There it is. So,
Sorg, you just want me to make up an assignment?
no,
Yeah.
I definitely don't want you to make up
We
an
don't
assignment
want
right
the
now.
Are you sure,
I don't
Sorgatron?
think this is a good
I
time
think
for you to
I'm
make
sorry.
up an assignment. All right, I think this is the right one. Let's see what our professor has to say.
Hi, class. My name is Professor Jacob Edwin, and
Not a real professor.
this week's assignment is going to be a little different. So I need you to pay attention. I need you especially to watch to the end. So here it is. I only struggle to speak because of how to phrase it exactly. When was the last time you forgot that wrestling wasn't wrestling? When's the last time that you
Boy, I don't like where this is going.
forgot
Go
that
a
these
little
two
bit.
men or women or this collection of men was about to have a professional wrestling contest? When's the last time you forgot and then suddenly you were just there? You were just witnessing something. You were just, your breath was taken away. You forgot you were even in the room. You forgot what you were doing and you believed. You absolutely had to see what happened next. You had to, you wanted something to happen next. You wanted that guy to win. You wanted that guy to come back and show you what he was made of. What did you feel? How did you react? When was the last time you forgot what you were doing? When's the last
Getting a
time
little
professional
long.
wrestling made you feel that? Give me a date. Give me a match. Give me maybe a segment where they were just talking. Give me something.
Bailey
Please.
versus Sasha this
This
past
is
Sunday.
creative. So please, turn in your assignments next week. Thank you.
He didn't say what the match was.
No, there's not a match. There's a question.
This is a book report. He gave us a book report.
Yeah, it's a report. This is a thought experiment.
He couldn't think of a fuck. He has one job, Sorg.
That's what
He has
happened.
One
He couldn't think of a
job.
match.
He gave us a big question.
No, this is the professor. This is the professor. This is where in AP class the professor flips the tables and actually has you teach the class. It's very standard if you've ever
Well,
been
y'all
in
teach them
any
something,
advanced.
yeah.
Mike, just because you didn't graduate remedial school doesn't mean that this isn't
Excuse
something
me,
normal
sir.
people
I have a
actually
master's
do.
degree in chemical engineering, so you can go fuck yourself. Yeah.
Who gave you a master's degree?
Manhattan College, the finest school in the Bronx. Yeah.
I have a
That's not
match
a real
already.
school.
That's a shoot, brother.
real
That's a
school.
shoot.
Hold on, I'll get you my damn diploma.
That's a shoot. That is a shoot.
It's
I
a
saw
shoot,
that,
brother.
SNL. That was on an SNL skit. I don't believe you.
Alrighty then.
Just insult
You
this
don't
college
want to
degree.
go
I'm
real
fucking
life
fine.
with me, brother. I'll shoot you down.
So what? How will we deliver our
Oh, it'll be next week.
reports to
we
the
give
good
you some
professor? Will the
time.
professor be here
Yeah,
to
no,
hear
no,
it?
no.
No,
I-
he doesn't
I don't
show up in
think so.
person.
I think
He
he's
sends
right
his
now.
substitute. Of course he did. He never comes up in person unless he's going to make fun of us for the
Right.
entire class.
I don't need time. I can actually, because I'm not going to be on the show next week, so I'll just give my
Like,
answer right
honestly, it hasn't been that long. I felt that way watching Bailey versus Sasha.
I felt
No,
that way when we're watching Melina versus Alicia Fox. You know?
Jenna Summers versus, or what was her name? Shamir, Booker T's wife. Oh, what's her name?
Charmel versus the Jenna. Yeah. That's
Either way, let's
Jenna
get
Morales.
into. We'll figure out what we learned from this next week after we've had some time on it.
Yeah, we got to think
So,
about this.
what did you learn from this week in wrestling, guys, girls, people in the chat room, guys and gals?
You know, I didn't believe it was possible, but I learned this week that you can find 8 independent professional wrestlers with the exact same body type, put them in full body spandex and masks, and put them into a tournament against each other, and you call it the Masked Wrestler.
I watched the first episode of
I
this,
did watch the first episode, and I just felt like an excuse to bring it up. Very high concept. We'll see how it plays out.
Yes.
Most certainly one of those masked wrestlers is CM Punk, right? I mean, that's definitely a thing, right?
I just think everybody's Lee Moriarty or Savage Gentleman for some reason. And I'm like, they unmasked the first guy. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. But also, like, we know our circles, so we know, we're trying to compare to what we know. It's like the entire thing has an implicit bias unless you watch all of IWTV, apparently. So
yeah, I mean, it's kind of a good way to kind of hook you into. I mean, it's such a weird concept that you're curious, and then they're dangling the carrot of the Independent Wrestling Championship, of which I'm like, what? They have one of those? But
yeah, that's what Warhorse has had that for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning so much. See, that they did kind of reel me in a little bit.
So IWTV has their own championship.
Yeah. So good for them.
As a network or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they got a lot of stuff going. That's Vin Gerard, one that started that stuff, and I think we talked to him on Indy Mayhem show, like right when he was just about to start that or something. And I mean, that's an old Chikara guy. He does media up there in I think the Scranton area. So he's another Pennsylvanian out there. So no, and he's done a great job building that thing up. It's awesome. So and actually got to dip my toe in a little bit and watch some stuff. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. So, what about you, Macho Mike?
I apparently learned that someone got shot on Impact.
What?
Apparently. I don't know. I'm just looking at Twitter trying to think of what I learned, and I just saw that someone got shot during
How do
Impact.
you know that? I thought you were blocked.
I see comments, Sorg. I see hashtag Who Shot Bravo. And let's see. One of my buddies said it was Maggie Simpson. So Impact is weird.
It's always Maggie Simpson.
It's always a good time to mention that one time when Mickey James got pushed in front of a train.
Yes.
I was just about to
Hey,
do
it was
that.
in front of the Hogwarts Express.
Oh boy.
And kicked out.
Yeah, Mickey James recovered from getting pushed in front of a train to fight Asuka.
Yeah.
I don't know which one is more devastating. Yeah.
That's right. Ronnie Stance, what'd you learn this week?
Sorry, I walked away for a second.
What'd you
learn
learn
this week? What did happen in wrestling this week? I didn't learn anything because I haven't watched wrestling.
Ronnie, kayfabe, man,
Ronnie
come on.
learned that it's
Come
okay
on.
to take a break every once in a
What
while.
would you?
That's what I learned. It's okay to take a break.
Jeez. What about you, Tony?
I learned that Alexa Bliss must have bought stock in Harley Quinn DC Comics and just read all of them for since the character was created.
There's a lot
back in the
going on.
90s.
There's a lot going on with that. Yeah.
There's
I'm a really big fan of
insane. I'm not. I don't hate it, but it's so clearly like a Stockholm syndrome, Harley Quinn-esque development here. And I'm a huge Bray fan. Love Bray. Love Alexa with Bray. Love Alexa in general. So it's interesting to see what happens there. But there's a lot going on, and it's the only thing I actually watched of Raw. So I guess the main thing I learned is I still don't care about mainstream professional wrestling. I just care about the bits that are good.
Mm-hmm.
So I really just watch shows. I look and see what was good on Twitter, watch it, go, oh, that was good, or I don't agree with that, and then move on with my life.
Too many misses, right?
That's incredibly fair.
It's too hard to sit through now 3 hours to get to the Firefly Funhouse parts you want. So it's just excruciating. So.
I've also, final thing I've learned is that Hardcore Homecoming is coming up, Sorg, and I didn't realize that was coming up. So if you could put the graphic up right about here.
I don't have that available right at the moment, but
God damn it.
Sorry, I wasn't ready for that. I didn't know we were going to that right now. But anyways, but
God.
yeah. well, let me give what I learned. We'll talk to you for a moment about that there. So, I forgot why I learned now because give wrestlers a creative space, especially today, and especially something out of the norm of a you see that with the things that come up on AEW Cinematic matches with WWE at the early days of the COVID, and then what you're seeing in independence, but at least a couple instances recently that people will see very soon on the internets. But putting a roster in a new space to do something in a different style and seeing what between promos and interviews and the matches themselves and what comes out of it. And also I learned that the Pittsburgh Police really enjoy themselves some professional wrestling. Yeah. So that's you guys can have a free ticket anytime. But anyways, yeah, so that was kind of some fun stuff. But speaking of which, 2PW, Hardcore Halloween, we've seen these images of a ring in a field and fire and now today a shark costume from Xander Gabriel.
Of course it's Xander. Well, who else would it be?
Yeah. This is a soul, a Keeper of Souls match. A runway costume contest. What else has been put out there? They're gonna have a title match with John Roden and latest Wardlow chew toy Elijah Dean. It's gonna be a pretty great show coming up. It's gonna be on iPay-per-view, IndyWrestling.live. Tony, you're gonna be calling the action.
I'm going to be calling the action along with Michael Doherty, everyone's favorite punching bag, and I'm excited to call this. We have not been given the coordinates yet. We've just been told to plug in longitude and latitude and hope for the best. So
yeah. It's like, come to the show. Here's the longitude, latitude. And it's like, what do you want me to? What are we doing? What is this?
I'm assuming we're geocaching there. So.
Yeah, like you were geocaching a wrestling ring, and we're gonna catch some Pokemon while we're at it too. Intrigued, interested, and concerned about this entire concept, and hope the stuff I'm hearing, the promos I'm seeing from the guys over at Prospect Pro Wrestling. Tony, you're going to be, I don't know, probably closer to the action. I'm not. My video guys are taking care of it. I'm behind the scenes myself, so I don't have to figure out if my soul's going to be taken during these matches.
Well, I don't know where we're going to set up to do commentary, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be way too close to the action.
I'd love if they're just setting you up in a treehouse or something. Yeah. So yeah. So it's going to be
in the middle of the field. I'll probably just park a car in the middle of the field and just watch from there.
Yeah. Sitting in a car in the middle of the field is probably the safest thing you can possibly do.
I feel so.
But check that out. Hardcore Halloween, 2PW Training Sessions presents, and that's going to be over there on iPay-per-view Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to be all over that on social media and picking up on what wild stuff might be happening. We don't know, man. So a lot of guys, David Lawless is a part of that as well. Manchild is a part of that. Some of that we've talked about for years on this show. Some new guys like Jace Carr that was just on the Indy Mayhem show and should be coming up soon actually on Fishing Without Bait too. So a lot of great stuff going on over there. Thank you, Tony Kincaid, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ronnie Stance, for joining us as well.
That was fun. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for dressing up. Thanks for checking for the ghosts as well. I really appreciate it. And what? Thank you, Matt the Tiger. Okay, there you go. And of course, the Macho Mandemic. I forgot what the way it went on that one. Sorry.
Yeah, you were more than welcome, Sorgatron. I hope you enjoyed my musings and my ramblings. Yeah.
There you go. If you want to hear Wrestling Mayhem Show, the musical again, you can check out the Monday Mayhem Warriors recorded last night. Also, we did put on auction the Lost and Found from Fight Underground Area 2. Hypothetically, if they don't come back for it, it's yours. for $10 or whatever you bid on it. So we're having fun with that over there. So some stuff from the Rev and Rodin and stuff, and Nick Ferris had apparently. We just figured out. So thank you guys so much.
You're telling me, time out. You're telling me the Rev left an article of clothing at a wrestling show? I would have never guessed.
It's a really nice. I mean, I don't think it's his, but it's a nice Black Wrestlers Matter shirt, and we got a John Rodin No Retreat shirt over here, and we got like
Black Wrestling Matter shirt that you know what? I think I'm gonna wear that.
No, it's not that one. It's not the Rev one.
It's not the Rev one.
The shirt belonged to the Rev. It's not a Rev shirt.
Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna wear a Rev shirt though.
That sounds like a good idea. I think it's the time for it. So
yeah.
Vote, everybody. We will be doing something for Election Day, and this guy's going to be taking over the helm here behind on the ones and twos.
What's the worst that could happen?
That's right. Oh God. So we'll see you guys next time. Everybody, please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Get out the vote, and we'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.